Welcome back to my watch channel. My channel is about looking and reviewing different watches, mainly about Grand Seiko. If that is something you'd be interested in, feel free to subscribe to the channel and support. Today we're looking at a Grand Seiko, but not the typical ones you see at the store. It's a bit more uncommon and it's a little bit more special. In fact, it's probably the only video on YouTube on this model. So I look forward to sharing this beautiful piece with you, and let's jump into it. Here we have the stunning Grand Seiko SBGA451, limited to 400 pieces total and only produced in the Chinese market. Grand Seiko will sometimes release regional limited editions that are more unique and more difficult to come by. Usually these regional limited editions will have their own more unique dials and dial patterns. Some are USA exclusives, some are Japan exclusive, China exclusive, and even in Thailand exclusive. Here's a closer look. Looking at this beautiful piece, you have your textured dial that shines in different angles called the Kirazuri dial or shining painting. Cool part is that you have the power reserve in this gold colored, which pops, and a blue seconds hand to contrast against the dial. And of course you have the silky smooth spring drive movement with their incredible accuracy of plus/minus 1 second per day. It comes in at 40 millimeters in diameter and a thickness of 13.5 millimeters. This is the same case design as Grand Seiko's Elegance collection, so pieces like the SBGM221 and SBGJ249 or the Shosho all share the same case design. It is not a screw down crown, so I wouldn't recommend taking this to the water, but according to Grand Seiko's website, it is splash resistant. The SBGA451 represents Mount Fuji, which is the highest mountain in Japan, thus the light-colored dial that exhibits the mountain's beautiful snowy winter. Mount Fuji has a lot of importance in Japanese culture, so I'm not surprised that they released the timepiece that represents it. They love incorporating the theme of nature, landmarks, and high craftsmanship into their watches. And speaking of high craftsmanship, I'm still a believer that Grand Seiko's quality exceeds its price point. The Zaratsu polishing, hand indices being so sharp, and of course the textured dial. Other high-end brands are now recently getting into different dial patterns like Rolex, Audemars Piguet, etc., but I think Grand Seiko is the brand that pioneered this trend. How is the wearability of this though? Overall, no complaints. At first, I thought this was clearly a white dial, but on closer inspection, it actually gives a very faint blue color. It is extremely subtle, so mostly a silvery white tone, and I love the gold colored power reserve with the blue seconds hand. It gives a touch of contrast and something different than the usual Grand Seiko spring drives. Usually the spring drive indicators won't be in a different color, and so there's no contrast. But this, because of the gold, I love the contrast. One thing I have to let Grand Seiko know about is the open caseback. Grand Seiko, we want to see the movement as much as possible. Please stop putting the Lion logo stamp on the caseback and right in the middle of it too. It blocks the beautiful movement and we want to see every part of it. It does say special edition, which is cool, but I think it would be even cooler if it was maybe engraved inside the movement or maybe a special rotor, just something to give these limited editions a bit more of a special touch. There is my review of the China limited edition SBGA451. I think it's a stunning piece and a bit more special than the usual models like the Snowflake. At the time of recording, this piece is actually available for sale, so feel free to reach out to me via Instagram at watches_admires if interested. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and thank you for the support. Until next time.